Every morning, millions of people mix a pinch of salt into a glass of water, believing it's one of the healthiest habits they can start their day with. They claim it boosts hydration, improves digestion, increases energy, and even detoxifies the body. But doctors and scientists warn that for some people, this simple drink could actually do more harm than good. So what really happens inside your body after that very first sip? Today, we're following the journey of salt water through your body, from your mouth to your cells, to uncover the surprising science you need to know.
Just a few years ago, very few people had ever heard of drinking salt water first thing in the morning. But today, millions of videos across social media claim that this simple drink can transform your health. Influencers call it a natural electrolyte boost. Wellness coaches describe it as the perfect morning detox. Others say it improves digestion, increases energy, balances minerals, and even helps your body absorb water more efficiently. The trend became even bigger with the popularity of Himalayan pink salt and natural sea salt. Unlike ordinary table salt, these products are often marketed as containing dozens of essential minerals. This has led many people to believe that adding a pinch of salt to water creates the ultimate health drink. But here's the important question. Are these claims actually supported by science, or are they simply spreading faster than the evidence? To answer that, we first need to understand exactly what salt is, how your body uses sodium every single second, and what really happens after that first sip. Before we can understand whether drinking salt water every morning is truly healthy, we first need to understand what salt actually is. Although it looks like nothing more than tiny white or pink crystals, salt is one of the most important substances your body depends on every single day. The salt we eat is called sodium chloride. It's made of two essential minerals, sodium and chloride. Once salt dissolves in water, it separates into tiny charged particles called ions. These ions travel through your bloodstream, helping your body perform thousands of life-sustaining functions every second. Sodium is one of your body's most important electrolytes. Electrolytes are minerals that carry an electrical charge when dissolved in water. Along with potassium, magnesium, and calcium, sodium helps your nerves send signals, your muscles contract, your heart beat in a steady rhythm, and your cells maintain the right balance of fluids. Think of sodium as part of your body's electrical communication system. Every movement you make, from blinking your eyes to taking a single step, depends on tiny electrical signals traveling through your nerves. Without enough sodium, those signals become weaker, and your muscles and nerves cannot function normally. Chloride plays an equally important role. It helps produce stomach acid, supports digestion, and works together with sodium to maintain the body's fluid balance. Together, sodium and chloride help control how water moves in and out of your cells, ensuring that your organs, muscles, and brain stay properly hydrated. But here's where things become interesting. Your body needs sodium, but only in the right amount. Too little can interfere with normal body functions, while too much can place extra strain on your heart, kidneys, and blood vessels. So how does your body know where to send all that sodium after you drink salt water? Let's follow its journey inside your body. The moment you take your very first sip of salt water, an incredible journey begins inside your body. Although it may seem like a simple drink, millions of microscopic sodium and chloride ions are about to travel through one of the most sophisticated transportation systems in nature. The journey starts in your mouth. As you swallow, the salt water quickly travels down the esophagus and enters your stomach. Contrary to what many people believe, your stomach doesn't absorb much of the sodium. Instead, it acts like a temporary holding chamber, mixing the liquid with digestive juices before slowly releasing it into the small intestine. Once the salt water reaches the small intestine, the real absorption begins. Tiny finger-like structures called villi line the intestinal wall. These microscopic structures dramatically increase the surface area, allowing water and sodium to move efficiently into the bloodstream. Specialized transport proteins help sodium cross the intestinal cells, and because water naturally follows sodium, both enter the circulation together.
Within minutes, these sodium ions begin traveling through your blood vessels. Your heart pumps this blood throughout your entire body, delivering sodium and water to organs, muscles, nerves, and billions of cells. Sodium helps maintain the balance of fluids inside and outside each cell, ensuring that your tissues remain properly hydrated and your nerves and muscles continue working normally. To understand this incredible journey, let's follow your blood as it moves through the heart and lungs before reaching every organ in your body. As the blood leaves the right side of the heart, it first travels to the lungs where it releases carbon dioxide and picks up fresh oxygen. This oxygen-rich blood then returns to the left side of the heart, which pumps it through arteries to every organ, including your brain, kidneys, muscles, and digestive system. Riding within this blood are the sodium ions you just consumed. But your body is incredibly intelligent. It doesn't simply keep all of that sodium. As the blood reaches the kidneys, millions of tiny filtering units called nephrons carefully monitor the sodium concentration. If you've consumed more sodium than your body needs, the kidneys begin removing the excess, allowing it to leave through urine. If your sodium level is appropriate, the kidneys conserve what your body requires to maintain normal fluid balance and healthy nerve and muscle function. This is why the effects of drinking salt water can vary so much from one person to another. The amount of salt consumed, your hydration status, your activity level, and your overall health all influence how your body responds. What may be appropriate in one situation could be unnecessary or even harmful in another. So what happens next after sodium reaches your cells? Can it really improve hydration better than plain water? Let's examine what modern science says.
One of the biggest claims about drinking salt water every morning is that it hydrates the body better than plain water. But is that really true? The answer is more complex than most people realize. Hydration isn't simply about drinking water. Your body also needs the right balance of electrolytes, especially sodium, potassium, magnesium, and chloride. These minerals help regulate how water moves into and out of your cells, allowing your muscles, nerves, and organs to function properly. When you exercise intensely or sweat heavily in hot weather, your body doesn't just lose water, it also loses electrolytes. In those situations, replacing both water and electrolytes can be helpful. That's why athletes and endurance runners often use electrolyte drinks during long periods of physical activity. However, if you're sitting at home, eating a balanced diet, and not losing large amounts of sweat, your body usually gets enough sodium from everyday foods. For most healthy adults, plain water is enough to maintain normal hydration throughout the day. Adding extra salt to your morning water doesn't automatically mean better hydration. In fact, consuming more sodium than your body needs may simply cause your kidneys to remove the excess through urine. The real key isn't drinking more salt, it's maintaining the right balance between water and electrolytes. So how do your kidneys decide whether to keep sodium or remove it? The answer reveals one of the body's most remarkable survival systems. Another reason many people drink salt water every morning is the belief that it improves digestion. Social media is filled with claims that a simple glass of salt water can wake up your digestive system, improve bowel movements, and even relieve constipation. But what does science actually say? The moment food or water enters your stomach, your digestive system begins producing powerful digestive fluids. One of the most important is hydrochloric acid, often called stomach acid. This acid helps break down food, activates digestive enzymes, and destroys many harmful bacteria before they can reach your intestines. Although salt contains chloride, which is one of the components your body uses to produce stomach acid, simply drinking extra salt water does not automatically increase stomach acid production in a healthy person. Your body carefully controls how much acid it produces based on complex hormonal and nerve signals, not just how much salt you drink. Another common claim is that salt water relieves constipation. Some people report that drinking concentrated salt water causes bowel movements. However, this effect usually happens because a highly salty solution draws water into the intestines through osmosis, which can stimulate the bowels. This is not the same as improving normal digestion, and regularly using salt water this way is not considered a routine treatment for constipation. Scientific studies do not support the idea that everyone should drink salt water every morning for better digestion. While some individuals may report personal benefits, these experiences are anecdotal and don't necessarily apply to everyone. A balanced diet, enough fiber, regular physical activity, and adequate water intake remain the foundation of healthy digestion. So, if digestion isn't the biggest benefit, what organ works the hardest after you drink salt water? The answer lies inside your kidneys.
By now, we've seen that sodium is essential for life. Your nerves need it, your muscles depend on it, and your cells use it to maintain the right fluid balance. But there's an important rule your body follows. More isn't always better. Just as too little sodium can cause problems, consuming too much over time can also affect your health. Let's start with blood pressure. Sodium naturally attracts water. When you consistently consume more sodium than your body needs, your body may retain extra water. That extra fluid can increase the volume of blood flowing through your blood vessels. In some people, especially those who are salt sensitive, this can contribute to higher blood pressure over time. However, not everyone's blood pressure responds to sodium in exactly the same way. Genetics, age, overall diet, and existing medical conditions all play a role. Now let's look at the kidneys. Every single day, your kidneys filter your blood, carefully deciding how much sodium to keep and how much to remove. Healthy kidneys do an incredible job maintaining this balance. But if someone already has kidney disease, removing excess sodium becomes much difficult. That can lead to fluid retention and place additional stress on the kidneys. Your heart is also affected by this balance. When excess fluid remains in the bloodstream, the heart has to work harder to pump that extra volume throughout the body. Over many years, consistently high sodium intake may contribute to cardiovascular problems in some individuals, particularly when combined with other risk factors like high blood pressure, smoking, diabetes, or obesity. Another possible effect is swelling, sometimes called fluid retention. Rings may feel tighter, ankles may become swollen, or the face may appear puffy. This doesn't happen to everyone, but it can occur when the body holds on to extra water. So, does this mean salt water is always harmful? Not at all. During prolonged exercise, heavy sweating, or certain medical situations, replacing both water and electrolytes may be helpful. The key isn't avoiding sodium completely, it's consuming the right amount for your body's needs. In the end, balance matters far more than extremes. The healthiest approach isn't believing every viral health trend, it's understanding how your own body works and making decisions based on good evidence rather than internet myths.
By now, you might be wondering if drinking salt water every morning isn't necessary for everyone, then who actually needs extra electrolytes? The answer depends on how much water and minerals your body loses each day. The first group includes endurance athletes. Marathon runners, cyclists, and people who train for long periods can lose large amounts of water and sodium through sweat. During intense exercise lasting more than an hour, replacing both fluids and electrolytes may help maintain normal hydration and muscle function. The second group includes people working or exercising in extremely hot environments. Construction workers, farmers, firefighters, and outdoor athletes may sweat continuously for hours. In these situations, replacing lost electrolytes can be important, especially when recommended by sports nutrition or medical guidance. Another situation involves illnesses that cause significant fluid loss, such as prolonged vomiting or diarrhea. In these cases, healthcare professionals often recommend oral rehydration solutions that contain carefully balanced amounts of water, sodium, and glucose. These medical solutions are very different from simply mixing salt into a glass of water at home. Some individuals may also be advised by their healthcare provider to use electrolyte drinks or oral rehydration solutions because of a specific medical condition or treatment plan. This decision should always be based on individual medical advice rather than internet trends. For most healthy adults, eating a balanced diet and staying normally hydrated, extra salt water every morning is generally unnecessary. Your body already receives sodium from everyday foods, and your kidneys do an excellent job maintaining the proper balance. The most important lesson is this: electrolytes are essential, but the right amount depends on your body's needs, your activity level, your environment, and your overall health. What benefits one person may not benefit another. So before making salt water part of your daily routine, there's one final question we need to answer. Are the biggest claims about salt water actually true, or are they simply myths?
By now, you've probably heard dozens of claims about drinking salt water every morning. Some sound convincing, while others have spread rapidly across social media without much scientific evidence. So let's separate the myths from the facts. Myth number 1: salt water detoxifies your body. This is one of the most common claims online. The truth is, your body already has an extraordinary detoxification system. Every minute of every day, your liver works to break down harmful substances, while your kidneys continuously filter your blood and remove waste products through urine. Unless a healthcare professional recommends a specific treatment, simply drinking salt water does not flush toxins out of your body. Myth number 2: the more salt you drink, the more energy you'll have. This sounds logical because sodium is an essential electrolyte, but your body doesn't create energy from salt. Your cells produce energy mainly from carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. Sodium helps support important body functions, such as nerve signaling and muscle contraction, but consuming excess sodium doesn't give your body extra fuel. In fact, too much sodium can increase fluid retention and may place extra stress on the heart and kidneys in some people. The biggest mistake is believing that if a small amount is good, then more must be better. Biology doesn't work that way. Nearly every nutrient your body needs has an optimal range. Too little can cause problems, but too much can also have unwanted effects. The real lesson isn't to fear salt or to treat it like a miracle. It's to understand balance, listen to your body's needs, and make health decisions based on reliable scientific evidence rather than viral trends. So after everything we've learned, what's the final verdict? Should you actually drink salt water every morning? Let's bring all the science together.
After following the journey of salt water through the human body, one thing has become very clear. Sodium is not your enemy, and it isn't a miracle either. It is one of the most essential minerals your body needs to survive. Every heartbeat, every nerve signal, every muscle movement, and every drop of fluid inside your cells depends on maintaining the right balance of sodium. But science also teaches us something equally important. More is not always better. Your body is constantly working to keep sodium within a healthy range. When that balance is disrupted, whether from too little or too much, it can affect your body's normal functions. For most healthy adults who eat a balanced diet, drinking salt water every morning has not been proven to provide additional health benefits. In many cases, ordinary drinking water and a nutritious diet already provide the hydration and electrolytes your body needs. However, there are situations where electrolyte replacement becomes important, such as prolonged exercise, heavy sweating in hot weather, or certain medical conditions. In these cases, healthcare professionals may recommend oral rehydration solutions or other electrolyte replacement methods based on individual needs. If you have high blood pressure, kidney disease, heart disease, or have been advised to follow a low-sodium diet, don't start a daily saltwater routine without speaking with your healthcare provider. What may be appropriate for one person may not be appropriate for another. The biggest lesson isn't whether you should or shouldn't drink salt water. It's understanding how your body works, questioning viral health claims, and making decisions based on reliable scientific evidence rather than social media trends. Your body is an extraordinary system that constantly works to protect you. Give it what it truly needs: balanced nutrition, enough water, regular physical activity, quality sleep, and evidence-based health choices. Small habits repeated every day often have a greater impact than any single trending health drink. If you found this scientific journey helpful, share it with someone who believes salt water is either a miracle cure or completely harmful. And if you'd like to explore more fascinating science about the human body, subscribe and join us for the next documentary.